Hi, my name is Melvin Thompson. I will be doing TK202, which is a feed tank. The feed tank has a set point and process variable of 225 gallons per minute with an output of 50%. The liquid entering will first come through on the left side, which first will go through a flow transmitter and then to a globe valve. But before that, the flow transmitter, once the liquid has been received, will send an electrical signal to the FIC, which is actually the flow indicator controller. Then off to the IP, which is a transducer. Then it would travel up towards the LIC, which is a level indicator or level indicator controller. Then would travel first to an LA, which is a level alarm. So this basically tells the technician working or controlling this tank that if something's wrong, or the alarm will go off if something's wrong. Then we will pass to an LT, which is a level transmitter, and then go to the LE, which is the level element, and then it will enter the feed tank. There's a line going up from the feed tank, which is PRV-199, which is actually a flare system. On the other side, there's a drum connected with electrical signals, the SIC, which is a speed indicator controller, which is it's actually telling the tank to spin at 650 RPM. And then the SIC will actually go to the ST, which is a speed transmitter, and that transmitter will tell the feed tank to spin at 650 RPMs. So after the liquid leaves the feed tank, TK202, it will first pass through another globe valve, then to an AT, which is actually an analyzer transmitter. After the AT, the analyzer transmitter, it breaks off into two sections. So we're going to do the first section with valve V-202A. First, it will reach a pressure indicator noted by PI. The pressure indicator will usually read NPSH 40 PSIG. Then it will pass through another globe valve and then on to a drum that is spinning at 1,250 RPMs. After the liquid is done at pump 202A, it will move upwards towards TI 202A, which is a temperature indicator, which should read 80 degrees Fahrenheit. And also it will meet a PI 202B, which is a pressure indicator, which should read NPDH 135 PSIG. So net positive differential head 135 PSIG. Then it has the option to either leave and go to the next step in the process, or it can return to the feed tank if the data is not what you really wanted or what you were looking for. But say if it did leave, it would go through another flow transmitter. When that flow transmitter will send an electrical signal to FIC 202, which is a flow indicator controller, and then the FIC FT would also send a electrical signal to the FR, which is the flow recorder, and then there would be another transducer here, and then if everything reads correct, it will leave through another globe valve. Now we are going back to AT, which is an analyzer transmitter. We are going to go down to the second line, the second pipeline. So first you'll run into PI202X, which is another pressure indicator. After that pressure indicator, it will go through another globe valve, V-202C, then onto a drum, which should be spinning at 1,250 RPMs, or 1,250 revolutions per minute, up to another pressure indicator, 202Y, then through a globe valve all the way back up to the process, and then it will have the option of leaving to the next process if everything's correct, or returning to the feed tank to fix any missteps or errors. Okay, this is the troubleshooting part of the presentation. So I think levels in TK 202 will decrease if FIC 201 decreases to 150 gallons per minute, because the gallons per minute inside of the feed tank are actually decreasing. So I think they would go hand in hand, like they would all decrease. I think the flow rate for FIC 202 would stay the same, because usually what affects flow is the valves being either fully opened, slightly closed, or fully closed. For PI 202A, I think the pressure would actually increase, because we've actually learned that when volume goes down, pressure goes up. For LA-201 low, I think it would stay the same, because it's an alarm, and I think alarms, they have two different set points on which when they go off. For SIC 201, I think it would stay the same, because that is a speed indicator controller, so I don't think the volume would have to do with anything around like the RPMs or how fast or how slow it's going. For LIC 201 level, I think that will decrease, because LIC is a level indicator controller. So when the volume is going to be lower or decreased, the level should go hand in hand. It should decrease as well to, to compensate for the decrease in gallons per minute.